That's the first day out. When I was brought to this debate or volunteer, I see naturally enough I'd be against that. Well, the other students, in fact, I'm against that. Or, well, speaking with, I'll say against, well, learning less. So, forgive me, I fly here in the week and that. Now, the last speaker brought some very interesting points. However, a lot of it can be argued against. For instance, quite interestingly, he raised the North comparison. One that we Gael are actually trying quite a bit. Now, see, the thing about the North comparison is it is actually a very weak comparison altogether. Even the Danish ambassador recently came out in Irish Independent and said that the most fundamental difference between Danish politics is the division of labour between national parliament and local municipalities. There are several times more politicians within the North countries at national level, regional level and local level. For instance, Ireland has 949 councillors throughout. Denmark has 2,500. In Finland, there's 9,674. And in Norway, there's 12,000. With that in mind, you cannot really compare. The division of labour is completely broken down. There's issues that are really focused on local level and regional level. Cannot be compared to here. We do not have the structures at all compared to these countries. It is very dark to say, just because they have a larger size. As well as speaking of size as well too. You cannot compare size for it. China, for instance, is an example. They are single chamber system, or St. Lucia is another common example, which is a very small country, which is a two-chamber system. Now, getting more topic at hand, what will actually happen with abolishment? Now, two speakers mentioned that no side using scare tactics. A very good quote from the head of the Bar Council, whose name unfortunately I can't remember right now, said, while it may not be an issue exactly at the moment, that does not mean in 50 years down the line it won't be. True, we do live in a very stable part of the world. Does that mean it's going to hold up? I'd rather have the safe checks to keep that in state. If we abolish the Seanad, we are isolating first century views. A country that has lost its economic sovereignty due to mistakes of the system should not be removing further checks and balances. They say that we need less politicians. In one sense, I can understand why they're arguing that exact point. But then again, as I just said, why should we be removing all the scrutiny? We need these checks. There have been no mechanisms to rush bills, or even to amend them. Since 2011 alone, there have been over 500 amendments made by the Seanad. If we remove the Seanad, who's going to make this? They always promise to set up special committees to do this. Now, the very interesting point about this is, who are the majority of these committees? At the moment, we get 2/3 of the Dáil is made up of the government coalition. These would be making up the exact committees that are meant to be scrutinising Dáil legislation. While many say the Seanad is not providing a role, it certainly is. There are high number of centres in Seanad, far more diverse than there is in the Dáil. It allows for far more open ideas and opinions to actually come into legislation. We would rush legislation with no upper house. That's not a thing we need. There's an exact need for another chamber. The International Parliamentary Union itself has stated that a single chamber is just it's a result of historical context. Now, one point was made, of course, that is left over. It's an antiquated system from the UK. But that being said, so from the results of recent history, should we believe that? We need, as we say, we need more checks and balances. It's quite ridiculous. We need more outside opinions. We need more expertise. We need more scrutiny of government legislation. And of course, as I just said 2 minutes ago, or 10 seconds ago even, we need to stop rushing unprepared legislation. This policy bill is one perfect example. For the past 20 years, policymakers actually focused on very narrow options, which resulted in today's crisis. By removing this, we have a high potential of this emerging again. Just go back to another point as well. New Zealand was mentioned as well. Yes, it was abolished in 1951. that were actually created in a highly more concentrated government. And there's actually several attempts at the moment to reintroduce the upper chamber. I'm going to the point for the gridlock. Well, unfortunately for that argument, US elections take place divided. The Seanad and the Dáil elections currently take place 60 days apart. If this happened again with the new reform system, then it would not create such a situation. It would still allow the height and differentiation in men and Dáil to be part of this. Just a point as well to defend my own party. The field of hypocrisy. Now, I hate to jump into this argument, and I'd rather not, but I must say there's a difference between a past party and a reform party. Fianna is not doing this just arguing against the government, it's doing this to defend our democracy. It is the right of the people. Now, I'm jumping off from saying that. I'm not trying to talk about politics anymore, leaving that. This is about all of us here. This is about defending our own political system. We need to have a proper structured system. We cannot let the government totally control and dominate a complete political system. It is both wrong and insecure. We literally, there's no way possibly that I can actually even, I can't even comprehend why this would be allowed. For instance, state agencies. Currently, government ministers appoint state agencies. Of the hundreds there, over half have been appointed by, well, within their own party. It's quite interesting from a government promise that actually stated that they would not recruit within their own parties, but they look for outside expertise. Alone in the Ministry of Education and Science, only 15 of the 60 places have actually come from outside female and Labour. Let alone can we honestly trust a government that has brought so much promise, yet has failed to enact. They claim that they will bring down reform, but can we really trust this? Look at the promises that have been made and failed.